I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever been disgraced? Has anyone ever done something to you which is so obnoxious, so terrible, so cutting, so caustic, you feel like a piece of garbage? Well, join the club. This is a very, very hard soyun that we go through, right? And we have to keep in mind the words of the Vilna Gaon in Mishlei Yudal Butes. The Vilna Gaon says, nothing ever happens because of someone else. Forget about it. If you think that person disgraced you, it's a big mistake. It's not because the person disgraced you. It's because in Shemayim they decided Ploni, Almoni, Til Yaakov, Yaakov, Shmerel, Rachel, Rivka, whatever, whoever it might be, they need a tikkun. They need something. And therefore, there has to be someone to do it. So this person was picked, right? Magalgal and Chov Chayiv, right? Chov comes through somebody who's Chayiv, but the the disgrace itself has nothing to do with the person. Absolutely nothing to do with the person. It was purely a Xeris Shemayim. And that is why we're disgraced. Now, if we keep this in mind, it makes it much easier to go through these type of materials. I want to tell you a story that happened to me a number of years ago. It's actually two stories. One of them was somebody who was about six years ago, that somebody caused me a very, very great disgrace. Right? It started off with a letter which was scathing, and then it snowballed. It's more and more and more until the person really made an all-out war against me. And the whole time I was trying to keep my calm, not to get upset, not to fight back, right, as much as possible. But it was very difficult. And it rolls around the Erev Yom Kippur, and I was absolutely sure I was going to get a phone call, an email, something. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the pain I caused you. And you know what? It didn't come. So I called up somebody who knew this person, and I mentioned how hurt I was. And I got an email from this person saying, I'm really sorry that you got upset. Yeah. And as Rabbi Avram Twersky, Rabbi Dr. Avram Twersky used to say, he said, how do you feel like at the end of such brilliant consolation? Right? I didn't feel much better. And I went to Yom Kippur with this feeling, how am I going to get through Yom Kippur feeling so upset at this person? And I went through Ma'ariv, Shachris, Musaf, Mincha, totally upset. And I said, what's happening? It's Yom Kippur. How am I going to deal with this? How am I? Ain't at the bar. It's Yom Kippur. I finally got to kneel. And I had the following idea. So you know what? I'm going to say over and over again, while they're saying Avinu Malkeinu, Machak Sinas Chinam Libein. Wipe out Sinas Chinam Libein. Now, you might ask yourself, if somebody really hurt me, that's not Sinas Chinam. Sinas Chinam was for nothing. This was justified pain. We said already from the Vilna Gaon that that's not true. Right? The Vilna Gaon says it's always because of a Xeris Shemayim, decree in heaven. If you're upset at somebody, it's a mistake. The right thing to do is true. The person's only a shliach. We're said at shliach. If the mailman delivers a letter late, you're going to say, you get a wedding invitation a few days after the wedding. You say, scream at the mailman. It's not his fault, unless he purposely played it. So what did I do? I said 300 times, Avinu Malkeinu, Machak Sinas Chinam Libein. Our Father in heaven, please erase any Sinas Chinam, any baseless hatred. Any hatred that's not for an evil person, a Rasha, is baseless hatred. Because as the Vilna Gaon says, we're not supposed to get upset with anybody. And it's Xeris Shemayim. It's pretty bad. Anyway, after 300 times, I was not upset the slightest. It was gone. It disappeared. And at that moment, I realized something very important. Yeah, that there is no such thing as sin. There is no such thing as sin. Sin is a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a feeling that the Yetzer puts in the heart in order that we should be transgressed the time. But it's seen as chinam because it's a hoax. And we have to convert it to the best of our abilities. And as we come towards Rosh Hashanah, yeah, Rosh Hashanah is about giving Hashem the greatest possible honor that we're able to. And how do we do that? The way we do that is by taking away from ourselves as much honor as possible. The more that we're running after honor, the more that we get upset when other people say things to us, right? If we are like David HaMelech, I need talas below ish. How upset do you think a talas gets? Oh, worm crawling on the ground. Doesn't get so upset. And Abraham, Anochi offer be'efer. I'm dust and ashes. Yeah, I'm dirt and ashes. The dirt and ashes doesn't get upset. The more that we're able to suppress and to lower our own honor, this is how we honor the king. In any event, I said that I was going to say two stories. The hour is late, and the shofar is blowing, and B'ezrat Hashem. We'll continue in the next class talking about this elevated attribute of fleeing from honor a man came through.